Hello, welcome back to the channel. I've done a lot of thinking. It's been a bit longer than usual. I say usual, I've only done 4 videos. It's been a bit longer than anticipated since I created my last video. I've been doing a lot of thinking and I'm going to change how I'm doing my videos. I'm not going to just follow the usual format of create a hook, get people interested, and then give the answer. I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to be me, which I know I set out to do that at the start and probably didn't follow through authentically, but here we are. So in this video, we're going to talk through how to start investing in the UK. It's going to be UK based because I'm going to use my journey as an example, and it's probably where I can add the most value. So in the previous videos, we discussed, should you start investing, and then what to do before you start investing. So at this point, you should have thought about your financial risk tolerance. You should have your emergency fund sorted out, your short-term savings goals, and your matched pension contribution sorted out. If you don't know what that means, I do cover it in a previous video. Something I'm going to talk about a little bit, just a tiny bit, touch on that I didn't before is LISAs. So the reason I'm going to touch on LISAs is because a few people in the past that have spoke to me about investing have specifically called out LISAs or lifetime ISAs. So there is a time and place for lifetime ISAs, and you can get cash lifetime ISAs as well as stocks and shares lifetime ISAs. And the people that have talked to me about them in the past, they've been sort of, I say hooked in. I say they've been hooked in by the 25% reward. And there is a time and place for that, definitely, like if you're saving for a house, or in certain circumstances, if you're saving for retirement. So the way a LISA works is you can put up to £4,000. That comes out your £20,000 ISA allowance. And every year, out of the £4,000, you get a 25% bonus, so a £1,000 bonus. So if you're going to purchase a house in the short term, like in the next 4, 5, 6 years, it's a great option. Or if you're going to save for retirement because you haven't got any flexibility in the middle, it's house purchase, first-time house purchase, very important, first-time house purchase, or for retirement. However, I would say that for retirement, pensions are probably your best bet. Pensions deserve their own video. So for the sake of this video and to keep things simple, and I want to deliberately keep things simple, and one of the pieces of feedback I got actually is not to waffle on so much, give the answer quicker. So I'll try not to do that. So to keep things simple, I'm going to say that a stocks and shares ISA for most people is your best first point of call, assuming that a lifetime ISA isn't right for you, and assuming you are a beginner, so you won't already have used up your £20,000 ISA allowance. If you have used up your ISA allowance, then normal stocks and shares account is absolutely, or trading account is absolutely fine. So why does a stocks and shares ISA, win? Because over time, investing will outperform cash. Hence why stocks and shares ISA over cash ISA. You can open, it's flexible, so you can open since 2024 and 2025, and since recently you can open more than one stocks and shares ISA per year, and you can invest in more than one per year. So the risk of I've made a mistake, I've opened the wrong wrong one, it doesn't give me the flexibility that I need in terms of stocks and shares or index funds I can buy. So because that risk is gone, you can open one, put £1,000 in, decided, oops, I've made a mistake. You can open another one somewhere else and start investing in that one. You've also got the flexibility of, although it takes away from your £20,000 limit per year when you put into it, you can take the money out and reinvest it. Or if you think you made a mistake a couple of years down the line, well, I say mistake, if you've changed your mind about your approach a couple of years down the line, you can transfer it from one stocks and shares ISA to another. And I've done that before personally for me and for my mum. So all the risks gone. Then with stocks and shares ISA, with trading accounts as well, I find the best way to not make mistakes, panic sell, is to set up reoccurring buys. So you can also just set up reoccurring buying, so set and forget. Put your money in an ISA, put your payment details into your ISA account, and then you can just start, you can just set reoccurring buys, and it just invests for you automatically without you needing to do anything. So it's nice and simple. I'm just cutting in here to mention two things I totally forgot to mention. With the stocks and shares ISA, the main benefit of it is never taxed. Any growth is never taxed. You've got full flexibility. You can take out the money whenever you want, and it's never taxed. So even if it's grown by hundreds of thousands of pounds or millions over 30, 40, 50 years, you pay zero tax on the stocks and shares ISA. Obviously that could change, but I think it would be political suicide for anyone to change that. Also, important to mention, I am not affiliated or sponsored with anything I've mentioned in this video or any of my previous videos. I'm not famous enough to get sponsored yet. So it's all based on my personal opinion and experiences. So where do you start? Now, if it's going to encourage you to actually start investing and you're worried, some people might say, you know what, I'm more comfortable doing it with my bank. So look at options through your current bank account providers. That's absolutely fine. That's valid. I have heard stories of people asking the fee structure and what their funds are invested in, and they just couldn't get the answer. But the optimal financial thing to do would be to, yes, choose a provider based on the fee structure and how much you can go into invest, because different platforms have different fee structures that are more beneficial depending on the amount you invest, for example, or how you invest, or what you're going to invest in, so UK versus USA because of currency exchange. However, if it just breaks down the barrier and starts you investing, go for your anyone that you're most comfortable with, and your bank provider is absolutely fine. Other than that, if you want to work out you want to find a more financial appropriate provider for you, then go on some. So Vanguard are great. I've got a few favorite ones. So Vanguard, Trading 212, Free Trade, and Invest Engine. They're four really, really good ones. And you can go and look at the fee structure. Although if you're beginners, you know what, I'm not going to overcomplicate it. You can go on their website and look for their fee structures, and then choose the one most appropriate for you. Or if I were to choose one, and if you're a beginner, choose one, I would say go with Vanguard. And the reason I'd say go with Vanguard is because it's nice and simple, easy to sign up. You put in your credit card details or link your bank account, and then you choose your fund. And the funds available via the Vanguard platform are all, I'm going to say low risk, but I'm going to go into what to invest in future videos. And if you open a Vanguard one, you're like, you know what, I want more flexibility. And for example, Trading 212 does provide more flexibility because you can pick individual stocks, and you've actually got, you've still got the Vanguard products available in Trading 212, which we can go into a separate video. So you can open, one later on in the year or next year. So pick your provider, or if you're not sure, go with Vanguard. And then have your national insurance number ready, visit the website, download the app, and then just click sign up. Super simple. Everything can be done on your web browser or your phone and your phone camera. They will ask you for your NI number, your personal details, and they will ask you for like an ID check. And that's usually use your camera phone, and you just point at your face, and you might look around, or they might get you to hold up a sign, or they might get you to say a few things into the camera. Even if you're doing it on a desktop, there is an option to scan the QR code with your phone, so you can start the process on your desktop, go through the verification on your phone, and then go back to your desktop, or someone will send out an email which you can open on your phone to do the verification. So I've deliberately kept it simple so you can go away and process it. Visit the website, if you've got a preferable one, visit their website, sign up, or if you're not sure, go with Vanguard, go and sign up and open the account. I will do a separate video on what to buy inside your account. This is not financial advice, again, because I'm not a financial advisor, but this is hopefully giving you the push, if you need it, to start your investing journey. Thank you.